So, what's up people and welcome to the chapter 106 discussion of Kaiju Hachiko or Kaiju number 8. So chapter 106 came out a few days ago, and as always I will leave a link to this chapter that's currently being shown on the publisher's official website, Manga Plus, for free to the North American audience. So if you're interested, we'll go take a look at it before they pull this chapter back. Okay, so chapter 106 starts out where chapter 105 left off. And if you recall, Kafka was fighting Monster Number 9, but of course Monster Number 9 had powered up quite a bit, and he was being quite arrogant in saying that he would be able to defeat Kafka relatively easily. And yet, when Kafka made the first attack, Monster Number 9 realized that something has changed, and we find out that because Kafka was training in his human form, he was able to become a better fighter using the troop-style martial arts, which was created by Commander Shinomiya. And so, of course, in chapter 106, we continue on with that battle, and we see some pretty intense fighting that's going on between Monster Number 8 and Monster Number 9. To the point that, there's that one scene when they pull back from the battle and you see all the collateral damage that's happening around them because the battle is so fierce. And this will be a scene that will look really cool in the anime if they ever get to this chapter. And I'll be looking forward to that when this corresponding episode comes out. But in any case, the fight seems to be going quite well, and Monster Number 8 is bringing in a barrage of attacks that Monster Number 9 is having a difficulty defending against, and even Headquarters is starting to get very hopeful with regards to the battle that's going on. But the commander at the Headquarters is noticing that although there is a lot of attacks that are going in, none of them seem to be really hurting Monster Number 9. What you see is though Monster Number 9 is in his defensive position, because he is in his defensive position, none of the attacks seem to be really coming in. And the problem that we see was something that most of the readers expected to see, and it turned out to be that way. You see, troop-style martial arts is the martial arts that the JDF uses, but it was developed by Commander Isao Shinomiya, right? Kikoru's father. And considering the fact that Monster Number 9 has Commander Isao Shinomiya's memories absorbed into him, you could understand that you probably have the knowledge of the best fighter who used that martial arts in Monster Number 9. And so although Monster Number 8 is using that martial arts, of course he's a beginner compared to Commander Shinomiya, and so Monster Number 9 is easily able to deflect the attacks. And in fact, it gets to a point that Monster Number 9 is starting to succeed in the counterattacks that are coming out from him. And the hits become quite strong to the point where, there's this cute scene. If you remember that little girl that was saved by Monster Number 8 in the earlier times and in the last chapter was cheering him on. There's a cute scene where she's really rooting for Gramps, but she's worried about him, and because of that, she hugs her Monster Number 8 plushie. So that was a really good image. But in any case, Monster Number 8 is in a difficult time. And this is when we get into a flashback to that training session, and we find out that it was, of course, Vice Commander Hoshina that trained Kafka, right? But what we find out through the discussion is that they did not train in the troop-style martial arts exactly. What we find out is that Hoshina modified the martial arts to include a lot of the martial arts that came from his own family martial arts. And the reason for that was exactly for the same reason that every other reader was worried about this situation. If Monster Number 8 used troop-style martial arts, Monster Number 9 with Commander Shinomiya's memory would easily be able to counter that. And so Hoshina took this situation to teach Kafka much of the martial arts from his own family. And of course, he tells Kafka not to tell anybody else with regards to his martial arts or to show anybody else with regards to these martial arts, because if any of the other JDF soldiers were to get absorbed by Monster Number 9, And had they seen Kafka's new martial arts, Monster Number 9 would get knowledge with regards to the new martial arts. So regardless of who it was, including Commander Mina Ashiro, Vice Commander Hoshina told him not to tell anybody. And luckily, Kafka did as Hoshina commanded. And so in this situation, he gears up once more to do troop-style martial arts. And of course, Monster Number 9 is like, again, you don't understand that I already know what's about to happen. But of course, in this particular attack, at the end of the chapter, Monster Number 8 starts using the Hoshina House's martial arts. And of course, that gives him the ability to successfully attack Monster Number 9. And if you think about it, if Monster Number 9 has Commander Shinomiya's memories, by putting the Hoshina House's martial arts in, this actually puts Monster Number 9 at a disadvantage, even compared to somebody who had no knowledge, because Monster Number 9 is so now ingrained to using Commander Shinomiya's martial arts, it becomes a habit to do something that's wrong when compared to the Hoshina House's martial arts. And so this may turn out to be a very big advantage for Kafka, but we'll have to see. This fight has just started, and I haven't seen this go into a tremendous amount of peril that you expect when a boss figure like Monster Number 9 comes out. So this isn't at the end yet, and I don't expect the next chapter to be just a wonderful time and Kafka to be able to defeat Monster Number 9 now. Something else is going to happen, and we'll have to see what happens in chapter 107. And once that chapter comes out, I'll bring out another video and hope you join me at that time. But this is the discussion for chapter 106. This was a relatively short chapter, not in terms of the length, but in terms of the time it took to read it, because most of it was action. And although it didn't take as much time as some of the other chapters, because it was full of action, you got to be rewarded by being able to see some really cool scenes. But in any case, if you read it, what you think about it, any comments will be greatly appreciated. And until the next chapter, happy manga reading. And as always, Jaya, nice day everyone.